Love and happiness. You guys know the old song by Al Green. Those lyrics are packed with truth because happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong with being in love with someone. Well, this afternoon, let's find love and loyalty as I welcome author Dr. Carmen Harra here to help us out during the holidays. She's going to share some advice from her new book. Good afternoon, Dr. Harra.
So good to see you, Andy. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so right off the bat, let's talk about why so many people this time of year are looking for love. It's cuffing season, right?
Yes, and this time of the year, you know, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to celebrate. It's the time of togetherness, the oneness, the time of a new beginning, the time to express gratitude for your challenges, and the time to take your love to another level of power.
Let's talk about how we're going to do that. Your book, Finding Love and Loyalty Through These 7 Archetypes. Let's kind of talk about what those archetypes are.
Well, the concept of archetype goes back to Carl Jung, who introduced the idea in psychology. And an archetype is somebody who has a certain characteristics, certain traits, certain weaknesses, and strength about himself. So it's very significant to know your own archetype and your partner's archetype. And what my book does is like a predictability chart in showing you who's your partner and what are your chances to get along with him. Now, there are a number of very interesting archetypes, like the independent, the workaholic, the hopeless romantic, the free spirit, and of course, the narcissist. So every single archetype is well described in the book, and it shows you who not to be with and who's your ideal partner.
Okay, so it sounds like it's going to take a little bit of self-reflection here whenever we're talking about finding love here during the holiday season. So once you are able, let's kind of talk about how you're able to figure out your own archetype before we, kind of start talking about finding the person we're supposed to be with.
Well, you find your own archetype in the book. So by simply reading about this archetype, you find yourself and you say, well, this is me, this is me. It's also possible because there is a dominant archetype and a recessive archetype to see multiple archetypes within yourself, but there is a dominant one. And let's say if you're a narcissist, you cannot get along with independent. You will definitely get along with a hopeless romantic. So by reading the book, it helps you identify your characteristic, your mindset, your capacity to commit. So that's why the book is like a manual, an instrument to help you, guide you, like you said, to self-reflection. Find out your true self and your capacity to give yourself to another person.
So this will not only help you find the type of person that you're supposed to be with, but it'll also help you maintain that relationship, correct?
Absolutely. Because what's significant in a relationship is to find somebody whose definition of commitment matches yours. So you have certain priorities in life, but if your partner has different priorities and is not interested in yours, then relationship might not survive the test of time. There's a lot that the book talks about, especially emotional intimacy, which is the glue to every relationship. So you're not only having physical intimacy, but if you develop a connection at the soul level, then you will be able, to create the most beautiful relationship in time.
Well, that sounds very deep, very good stuff today from you, Dr. Harra. We certainly appreciate it. Again, Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes. You can find that book wherever fine books are sold. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Dr. Harra.
Thank you, Andy, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.